Hey guys, how are we doing today? And today, yes, I am back. The long-awaited return of me. Well, I don't know if it's a long-awaited return, but yes, I have returned, and it is good to be back. I have missed this, and I will not leave you guys again. I promise. But today, it's going to be an interesting watch. I'm going to watch Scream, the new one that came out last year, or this year. It came out this year, I think. But yeah, no, it came out last year. I don't even fucking know. I don't even know. But the last time I saw it was in the cinema, so I thought, hey, I'll give it a watch again, see if I still liked it. I did remember liking it. There were some cringe moments I did feel like, but we all know the news of the new one right now. Apparently, Sidney Prescott is not coming back, which is interesting news. I don't know if the franchise will be able to move on without it, but my hunch says it will. Without further ado, let's fucking do it, boys and girls. 3, 2, 1, go. I watched the film X as well with a friend of mine, and she's in it. It's a very interesting film if you haven't seen that. It's very weird. It's about an old lady who wants to have sex, so she kills everyone else who's young because she's jealous, kind of thing. Interesting story.
What's your favorite scary movie?
The Babadook. It's an amazing meditation on motherhood and grief.
Babadook!
Isn't that a
Kid.
little fancy pants?
Yeah.
You know, it's like scary, but with complex emotional and thematic underpinnings. It's not
Have you ever seen Stab?
Stab.
It's a girl at home, alone, talking with the killer who makes her play a game. Would you like to play a game?
Jigsaw?
Tara.
I do like when they do this opening though. Fuck. Bit vulgar.
Who played the dumb bitch at the beginning of Stab 1 who answers the phone and gets carved up by the killer?
Fuck you.
Is that the answer you're going with? That's a wrong answer.
Ah!
Time's running
I
out.
like that.
Talk, tick, tock,
Does the killer know she's cheating though?
tick, tock.
No, it is. It is, that is right.
The correct answer is Billy Loomis and Stu Macher. There are two killers in
Yeah.
the original Stab. I'm afraid someone's gotta die now.
He tricked you, to be fair. He said one killer or the killer. Oh. That's the most painful one, isn't it? Actually, no, it isn't. Yo, it's mad how she survives that. That's the first, isn't it, when someone survives the opening?
What'd you just take?
Your boner pills. Good luck getting it up now.
You are my boner pills.
When I first watched this, I didn't know who he was, but then I watched The Boys afterwards, so now I naturally like him. But obviously, we know who he is, who he becomes in this movie.
I'm going with you.
No, Richie.
No, Sam. I'm coming with you.
Okay.
Okay.
It's fun rewatching these films because you know who the killer is, and you just look at the obvious signs. And Huey, you son of a bitch! I know his name's not Huey, but come on, he's Huey.
Motive. If I can't have her, no one can.
What?
We all know you have a crush on Tara,
Okay, come on, Mindy.
but we're all suspects.
Everybody's a suspect.
Fuck it!
We've all been there.
Get out of my fucking car!
Gives me the first Scream vibes. Love it. Ah! I liked how the music came back on. I like that. Nice shot. I like that. I assume that was Huey doing that.
How you doing, Sam? When are you gonna tell her why all this is happening?
You're the fuck who hurt my sister?
Oh, she's not the only one I'm gonna hurt. I had to get you to come back here somehow. Didn't I?
I love the voice.
You what?
And where were you when all this happened?
I was watching Netflix.
Ooh, yeah. Super solid alibi, bro.
Deputy Vincent knows what he's doing. You'll be safe.
Like we've been so far?
Samantha, let's step outside. Your presence here is not helping. So maybe when the sun comes up, you and your boyfriend can hit the road and leave it to people who actually care about this community.
And I'm sitting there in this attic. And I'm 13. And I just found out my dad isn't my dad. And shoving this diary in her face. And I didn't even realize the dad was standing right behind me. I'm the reason he left. Mom never forgave me. Those diaries told me who my real father was. It was Billy Loomis. And somebody knows. And I think that's why you got hurt. And I'm so fucking sorry that.
Could have been worse. It could have been Stu. That was your dad. Could have been worse. I just missed the entire point. I know, but you know. This will be me when I'm 50. We live in a caravan, whatever the fuck this is called, a trailer. I'm gonna eat whatever hell that is, and I'm just gonna get drunk.
Morning, I'm Gail Weathers. So before we dive in, I want to tell you a
This is actually quite sad.
into the studio this morning.
One good reason why I should talk to you.
I'm Billy Loomis's daughter.
That's a terrible reason for me to talk to you.
My boyfriend.
How long have you known him?
6 months?
Did he know who your dad was when you met? Your killer's obsessed with the stab movies, right? Never trust the love interest. They seem sweet, caring, supportive, and then welcome to Act 3 where they're trying to rip your head off.
I was with Sam in Modesto when Tara was attacked.
So help us.
Oh, are you kidding me? I've been stabbed 9 times. I've got permanent nerve damage and a fun little limp. You think I want to do that again?
You just said it always goes back.
How are things in the sheriff's business?
They're fine. But Sid,
talked to Gail lately?
Do we?
no.
Whoever this killer's after, I'm glad they have you to protect them. You be safe, okay?
Will do.
It's good to hear your voice.
Holy shit, he came.
I've decided to temporarily assist you in your
Music from the
investigation.
second movie.
Thank you.
My man, dude.
Hey, Martha.
Julie, hi. You look.
Yeah.
How's the wife?
Okay, Mom, we're good.
And what about Deputy Dewey here? Maybe he's the killer. You got stabbed 1 billion times, got dumped by your famous wife, and crawled into a
Well,
bomb.
maybe you're the killer. Because that cut deep.
That douche nozzle is connected.
Oh my god, he's making a requel.
A what?
Okay, remember the stab movie that came out last year?
Oh yeah, the one the Knives Out guy directed, right? You know, I actually really liked that one.
Of course you did. You have terrible taste.
I hate you.
The point is, I think it's pretty clear who the killer is at this point.
Who?
You?
She does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Dewey's just going with the flow.
Oh, it gets all smushy by the time it's here. I know you hate that. Go take a shower. I'll be back soon.
Okay.
Can you put this away for me?
Why would you split up just to get sushi? That's a stupid reason. I'll just order it. Come on. You know there's a killer on the loose, so why would you do that?
What's your favorite scary movie?
I prefer animated films and musicals.
Ever seen the movie Psycho?
Yeah, this dude was in that terrible slasher film on Netflix. What was it called? Open House, Open House. God, that movie was dull.
He's a good kid.
Is he now?
I'll do anything.
You're not gonna make it in time, Sheriff Judy.
He's a sick bastard. The guy does the voice, mad respect. I think his name's Roger Jackson or something like that. He has a really good raspy voice. There's no one watching this. It's in broad daylight. These bastards with the music. I like the suspense in this scene so far. Kick him in the nuts. That's not the kill in Friday the 13th, the remake, when the dude has the thing slowly through his throat. Nasty.
Couldn't resist a good story, could you?
Don't be an idiot, Dewey. I'm here because I was worried about you.
Sounds like Gale.
But 90% is because of you.
Well, I feel 90% better. Retired.
Since when?
Since they asked me to.
You said you'd try.
And I did.
For 2 whole months.
Listen, if you want to make me feel worse than I already do, good luck. The mornings aren't so bad because I get to see you. Pretend I'm still back there in New York. I left in the middle of the night. Like a coward.
You are a lot of things, Dewey. But you are not a coward.
You have to go all the way back there. Oh, that sucks. Where is everyone else? What the fuck?
You can't save your own sister. All you have to do is say, kill Richie.
No!
Maybe you're too weak for this franchise.
Maybe you're right. Or maybe I'm just stalling for time, fuckhead.
You get him, Dewey. Music.
Not today.
Ha! Yes. See how he's looking back. See, I like these little clues you get now. Richie looked kind of devastated as well when Ghostface
After
got
shoot him in
shot.
the head, they always come back.
Dewey, who gives a fuck?
I do.
No, Dewey!
This part pisses me off now.
Yes, today.
Fuck's sake.
It's an honor.
What the fuck, man? That's a shit way for him to go out, in my opinion. God damn it.
So what do we do now?
What nobody ever does in these situations.
Get the fuck out.
We're gonna get the fuck out of Woodsboro.
It's kind of funny after 5 films or 4 films, no one ever thought of that.
I'm really sorry about Dewey. But I'm taking my sister away from all this.
So I want you to help us kill him.
You want me to help you and the host of a morning show commit murder?
Correct.
Yeah. And I'm what in this scenario?
Mayonnaise.
What the fuck? You never go off on your own when there's a masked killer around.
You're the one that said we needed more beer. Yeah. How do you know I'm not the killer?
Because I am.
Let that be a lesson. Don't trust anyone.
Everybody's a suspect.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I think I have to pass on that. Well, you know, I'm not like entirely sure that you're not the killer.
Don't take this the wrong way.
The safest option is to be down here with all the people.
Fuck you.
It's my girlfriend, and I love her.
Was your girlfriend?
We're just gonna sit here and watch a movie about our uncle getting stabbed.
It calms me down, okay? I'm also gonna smoke some weed and possibly hook up
Comfort
with
film. Nice. Clean your hands. Clean your foot.
Oh, perfect.
He's still alive.
Having a party.
Yes, Richie, there's beer in the basement. Right behind you. Basement.
Okay, I'll be right back. Yeah.
Well, he's dead.
You think I'm gonna cut you up?
A little bit now. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what eventually happens to the expert?
What?
Enjoy
Psycho
your stupid
killer.
movie.
You're in Stu Mocker's house where your dad and Stu killed everyone. Someone planned to get you there. You need to get the fuck out, Sam.
Well, pan out. I like that. Bit slanted as well.
Oh, Randy, look behind you. Come on, man,
Huey.
turn around.
Behind you.
Run away.
That's a lot of. I'm not the fucking killer.
I know. Welcome to Act 3.
What do you think? Trap.
Fucking.
Fucking hell.
Gail.
For Dewey.
See how calm Sydney is because she's been through it so many times. She's a veteran. Ooh, the goosebumps. First movie flashbacks.
You really need some new material.
I got you here, didn't I?
You might actually be the most derivative one of all. I mean, Christ, the same house.
Maybe so. But you forgot the first rule of surviving a stab movie. Never answer the...
I'm bored.
Wait!
Wait!
Holy shit, it's Ghostface! Thank God you're okay.
This dude.
Because I really wanted to be the one to kill you. I'm a really big fan.
Go fuck yourself.
You see the last Stab movie? They just laugh at us. And why? Because we love something? We're just a fucking joke to them? How can fandom be toxic? Sidney Prescott killed your father. You did all this just to get her back to Woodsboro.
How did you know?
Oh, about your father? I mean, it's a small town and your mom's a drunk.
I met Richie on the Stab subreddit. I've been obsessed ever since my parents bought this house.
Dewey had to die to make it real. To show that this wasn't just some bullshit, cash-in, run-of-the-mill sequel. Because our movie has fucking stakes!
You really should have listened to Dewey. He nailed it in one. Dude, look at the love interest. Are you fucking stupid? I even had you convinced it could be your sister.
Fucking kill you! Fucking Hanson!
Time to pass the
torch! It's all yours, bitch!
Just do it!
I'm sorry about Dewey.
Fuck you. Enjoy that torch.
Because you're the villain. And the villain dies at the end. Those are the rules.
Never fuck with the daughter of a serial killer.
What about my ending?
Here it comes.
Oh, she's sadistic. Oh my god.
Careful, they always come back.
I still prefer the Babadook.
Hey.
And you survived. Nice.
Not this. Those fuckers can die in anonymity. Maybe something about a good man who used to be the sheriff here once.
I'd like to read that story.
God damn it, Dewey.
Can I ask you a weird question? Am I gonna be okay? Eventually.
After another 5 movies, maybe. This house has seen some shit. For Wes Craven himself. And that was Scream 5, or Scream, I guess. I wonder what they're gonna call the sequel, or Scream 6. Are they gonna call it Scream 6, or are they gonna call it Scream 2? It's gonna get quite confusing, or gonna call it Scream Kills, who the fuck knows. But yeah, ever since I watched this again, you know, I watched this in the cinema last time, and now I'm watching it again at home, and I did thoroughly enjoy it. You know, it's one of those films where it's like a requel. It tries to go back to the basics, tries to be a safe return after the last couple of films weren't that good, and everything was trying to pay homage to Wes Craven himself and to the original, and I feel like they did that pretty well. From being in Stu Macher's house, from having the legacy characters interact, it was that kind of film, and I feel like the next movie is the true tell of what direction the franchise is going to go. I think they'll be more ballsy. But speaking of ballsy, man, they killed Dewey, and I felt this way when I watched it in the cinema. I am still gutted they did that. I think that was a big, big mistake, because there's more they could have explored with his character. I feel like they could have killed off Gale, even Sydney in this movie. I guess Sydney would be a no-no because she's the main one, but Gale... Maybe I'm the only one who thinks this way, but I feel like Dewey should have survived and Gooey should have died. Gooey. Gooey. Gale should have died in this movie, in my opinion. I guarantee she will die in Scream 6, but that's how I would have done it. There was more that they could have done with Dewey, and it kind of annoyed me. When I first watched, I'm like, oh, dog, why going back? Go in the elevator, there's no need to do the double tap in the head. No, I knew he was going to die. And it did piss me off when I watched it, and it kind of pisses me off now. And I did like what they did though, in terms of he's no longer a sheriff, he's an alcoholic, and he couldn't, you know, he couldn't leave Woodsboro. That's his hometown. He couldn't go to a big place like New York. He couldn't cope, and even though he loved Gale a lot and he regrets it, and they're seen together when they're talking about that, you could tell there's some real life situation going on there. You could just tell the weight of it was very heavy, and both of them are great actors and they have great chemistry together. And yeah, but like I said, I think they made a big boo-boo killing off Dewey. That's my opinion. When it comes to the kills, I didn't really have much reaction to it when I first watched it in the cinema. I was like, oh, okay. You know, I'm like, ever since the first movie, they failed to capture. The fourth one was okay with the jealous cousin, but they failed to capture the reveal. I'm like, oh shit, I don't really care. I think that's a bit too strong. I didn't mind. I was like, okay. But in this, when I watched it again, because of The Boys with Jack Quaid, who plays Huey, I keep calling him Huey during the reaction. I kind of cared more because I knew him, and he basically plays Huey in this movie. He's like this guy who's always complaining, but he has that kind of mannerisms that reminds me of Huey. So, but his name's Richie as well, Huey Ritchie. Come on, dudes, come on. But he's a psychotic fan who, on subreddit, who wants to bring back the franchise back to its roots by committing more murders, I guess. And it's a nice little commentary on the toxic fandom that does exist, in particular in the big. I think every big franchise has that kind of fan group, but it's not. It's a tiny little, little part of it. There's not. Most of fans are not like that, but there is some people who are. Of course there is. So it's a nice little commentary they did on that, and this whole requel idea of what they do. They bring back the legacy characters while restarting a soft reboot in a sense, ignoring some of other sequels. It's a nice little meta take on that, and like I said, it's a safe return. And I love the scene with the weird dude with the mustache, and then they play the Red Right Hand in the background, Peaky Blinders song, aka also the Scream song as well from the first movie. And I think it was Huey who did that kill. That's one good thing we watch these films. You're trying to pay attention. Who is killing who? Like, who's the killer there? Is it Huey or is it the other girl? You never know. But I enjoy the character of Mindy. She's a good homage to Randy, and I think they're cousins, aren't they, or nephew or something like that, something to that effect. And I do like how nephew makes more sense, but she takes over that role, and hopefully they do more of that character, not just kill him off really early or in the middle of the second film like they did with Randy, because that would be a pain in the arse. Because there's more you could do with that character, and she's a fun comic relief in the film. That, and I guess the character of Richie is a good comic relief as well. And I didn't expect the whole Billy Loomis daughter angle. It's a refreshing, one of the few things I did like that was new in this, because the other things are paying homage to the other films, but this is a new storyline that could, pave the way for future sequels. And the way she kills Richie at the end, a bit sadistic, eh? Maybe she'll be a future killer. Who knows? When the franchise runs out of ideas, I'm sure they will use her as the killer. But yeah, the opening as well was kind of unprecedented, because they didn't really kill her off. She got her ass kicked. She nearly died, but she got her leg broken, stabbed several times, but she didn't die, which is kind of uncommon in a Scream opening. So, we shall see what happens with her character. Hopefully she'll play more of a role in the next movie. And she was in X as well, which is a interesting Tara West movie. A very interesting movie. I think the prequel's coming out soon, Pearl, so hey, I might do a reaction to that. But yeah, that was Scream 5. I'm going to call it Scream 5 from now on. I don't care. It pisses me off that they do this. It's not Scream, it's Scream 5. We already had a Scream. Same with Halloween. Why do they call it Halloween? Just call it... What could they call it? Halloween Returns. Call it Scream Returns. Why is it called a Scream? Come on, guys. Come on. It's a bit... Be more creative than that. But, yeah, I did enjoy this. And I am going to do a ranking of all the Scream films, because I have watched them all recently, including this, obviously. Hence why I've done a reaction. So, yeah, I'm going to rank them all worst to best. And I'll give you a clue. This is not last place. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. But, yeah. It is good to be back, guys. I am back with a vengeance, and I'm going to be doing a lot of these videos from now on. And yeah, that was my Scream reaction, and I will see you guys next time, and have a good motherfucking day.